Yo, 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 another guitar lesson here for you guys. So we got relative major and minor. So this is a common chord movement in music. So I wanted to break it down a little bit. So there's a lot of things going on with the relative major and minor. There's a lot of reasons you would want to memorize or study the major and minor relationship, the relatives. But for now, we're just going to focus on the triads and how those look. So we're just going to take C and A minor, classic. You're going to run into these a lot. So we'll start with the lowest triad that we can get here. We're just going to do all of them here. Why not? I'm just going to move through them. So the main thing you want to notice, well, actually, let's just take a simple one first. Let's just take a root position, one that you might be more familiar with, and then we'll go through all of them. So this root position, C major here. So here's the relationship. So C major, we got 1, 3, 5. We've got C, E, G, right? Now, if you want to move to the relative minor, one of the reasons they're relatives is because they share 2 out of the 3 notes. So that means we only have to change 1 note. So if you can identify that note in your triad and then change it, then voila, you go from C to A minor, no problem. So what I want you to identify is the 5. So we got 1, 3, 5 since we're in root position. And all you do is raise it a whole step. Okay? And that gives you, in one sense, if you're looking at it from the major, that gives you a 1, 3, 6, which actually ends up being an A minor chord, which is first inversion. We got 3, or a flat 3, 5, 1 for your A minor. Okay? See that? So if you play any triad, any major triad, and raise the 5 a whole step, you will get the relative major of that triad. So that's kind of the meat and potatoes of this lesson. If you want to stick around, and I'll show you the different shapes, how they lay out on the fretboard here. We'll just go through them one at a time. Pause the video, take your time. Really, the main thing is you want to really identify where the 5 is. And this is why I've taught in past lessons, and I teach my students how important it is to recognize the comprehensive nature of music theory. If you're playing your triads just to memorize patterns without recognizing where the 5 is, or where the 3 is, or where the root is, you're not getting as much information, and you're gonna have to kind of start over here. So nonetheless, even if you don't know where the 5 is, this will help you find the 5. So the first one we got here, this is the lowest triad, closed triad we can find for the C major chord, which is second inversion. So we got G, C, E. So that means 5 is on the bottom. So we just raise it a whole step. So we got this shape, C, A minor. Okay, let's just keep moving along. Now we've got now we're going to be in root position, and the 5 is on top for the root position. So you just move that over a whole step, and then we're going to go up to first inversion. So now we got the 5 ends up being in the middle. And you just drop your pinky down there. Okay, next string set. Same shapes, just different locations. We got root position now is down here. So we got that 5 on top, and then we bring that 5 up a whole step, and that gives us first inversion. Excuse me. Yeah, first inversion, A minor. And then we're going to go to first inversion, C major. And that gives us, drop that middle voice is the 5 now. That gives us second inversion. And then we go to second inversion C major. So that means the 5 is on the bottom. So it goes to root. Now I see a pattern. Now, just talking this out, I'm learning something. The pattern is, and I encourage you to find patterns when you're doing this stuff. Check it out. We got first inversion C, changes into second inversion A minor. And that is telling you the next inversion for C is going to be the same as that A minor one. Second inversion C turns into root minor. So then we got root. It just goes to the next one. Root major, first inversion minor. If you wanted to keep going, since it's first inversion minor, then you go to first inversion major. So the major follows the inversion of the major chord follows the minor chord. Run those again here. First inversion, maybe take it a little slower. A minor, second inversion. And then we got second inversion for the major, root inversion for the minor. Again, just locating the 5, sliding it over one whole step. C, the one we started with, root, A minor first inversion. Now we start back up here. We got second inversion C to root position A minor, and then root position C, 5's on top, A minor, and then C first inversion, which basically means our 5 is in the middle. Now, that is seeing this stuff in scale degrees, which is extremely important. Another way you could look at it is if you're really aware of your notes, and anytime you're playing if I'm playing this C major second inversion, and I know where an A is, that's ultimately what you're doing. You're finding the A. It's G to A. I'm going to A minor. So I'm locating that A. Another way to look at it, I encourage you to see both, because they both contain specific information that's important for the progress of being a musician, being a guitar player, having fun, learning this stuff. It's all there. I hope this lesson helps. And just one thing, I just wanted to let you guys know I do offer Zoom online lessons. So hit me up. I've got a link down in the description to my website, and you can always hit me up on an email. And if you want to do one-on-one lessons, I can answer your question live. So peace out.